I can't juggle, alright? Okay? I know you're going, Mitch, this is a perfect opportunity to show your juggling skills. You know what? I can juggle one thing. This is a USB. Here you go, look at that. I can barely do this. Don't go into the comments and tell me to start learning how to juggle, because I'm not going to do it. You could like the video whilst you're there, though. Welcome back, everyone, to more from the Sableyes. I'm Mitch, and that is Bucket. She's in the frame, which is very exciting, and today we've got a very exciting deck for you. It is the Ball Juggler, Mr Rime from Battle Stars. Now, if you want to play along with this deck, it is down in the description. Whilst you're there, leave a like. It's the most impactful thing that you can do to help your favourite YouTube content creator, or even me. That would be muchly appreciated. Mr Rime, whilst we're here, Ball Juggling for 2 colourless energy does 10 damage, plus we can discard any number of cards in our hand that have the word ball in their name. That's not like air balloon, you can't discard that, but any Pokeball card we can discard from our hand. We do 40 extra damage for each card we discard that way. That seems pretty good. But there's obviously only a limited amount of ball cards that we can play. There's Cherish Ball, we played 2 of those. Great Ball, 4 of them. Level Ball, there's 4 of those. As well as Poké Ball, which you may not play with that much, but it does exist. And also Quick Ball. But like I said, there's a finite amount. Even though we're playing 4 copies of 4 balls plus 2 extra, we still are going to eventually discard most of them. So how do we get them back? We use Yamper with Ball Search. When we play this Pokemon from our hand into play, we can take a Quick Ball, no, not a Quick Ball, a Pokeball, I can read the card, a Pokeball and a Great Ball from the discard pile into our hand, and so we can grab those balls out of the discard pile. Scoop Up Net, we can do it a couple of times. It works pretty nicely. We also have another opportunity to play with Freaky Ball Guy, which is concerning, but that's okay. I'm not afraid, and neither should you be. Let's take this bad boy out onto the ladder and see if we can't take some knockouts with Mr Rime. Okay, it's the early game with Mr Rime, the Ball Juggling deck. Let's see if we can't flip another heads. Let's go to Mr Rime here. We want to set up as many Mr Mimes as we can. So if we can get a second one, oh, that's kind of average. I mean, we probably take it. We could leave it in the deck. No, let's take it. Let's just take it. We want to set up as many Mr Mimes as we can. We could pass, or maybe we just flip the coin. Let's just go for it. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so we'll grab a Mr. Mime, we'll throw that down. We can maybe like Crobat. Maybe we just scoop up the Yamper and put that in our hand and throw the Mr. Mime into the active and then just leave it at that. We want to get as many balls into our hand as possible so that we can deal as much damage as possible early. We will never be able to one-shot any VMAX Pokemon, so we have to be careful about that, or at least if we do knock out a VMAX in one shot, it would be an incredible hand, so I'm not expecting that to happen. We're playing against a deck with Zigzagoon, so it could be anything. Looks like it's Eternatus. So Eternatus is going to be a little bit awkward, but on the plus side, at least we can half hit that particular Pokemon, so if we can get 2 solid hits, that would be fantastic. We've got another Pokeball here we can evolve into the Mr. Rime. Let's see if we can hit the energy. We kind of just need to start attacking. If we hit an energy here off this Crobat, that would be amazing. No, okay. Well, and now we've made it worse for ourselves because we've got 2 Pokeballs and a Scoop Up Net. I think we're gonna have to just Marnie here. Yeah, let's just Marnie. We'll hope for the best. Hopefully we find like an energy and a couple of Pokeballs. That would be great. There's an energy. There's a Pokeball. Maybe if we find the Yamper. Let's see if we can get it. Because there's Pokeballs and Great Balls in there. So if we can find the Yamper off of this Great Ball, that would be fantastic. And we can. Great. Okay. So we can get a knockout on this Zigzagoon here, and that's brilliant. We can take the Pokeball, we can take the Great Ball out of the discard pile. We can attach the Twin, and we'll be able to deal exactly... No, that's going to be 90 damage, not 70 damage. I was about to say that math is not right. 90 damage to this Zigzagoon, which is a knockout. We take a prize, and that's going to be great for us because my gut feeling is that we're going to need to go through a 2-prize Pokemon and a 3-prize Pokemon to win this game. This Eternatus that'll be in the active is probably going to need to be knocked out, and then we'll need to target down something else a little bit later, like a Crobat. potentially, depending of course on how our opponent draws, anything could happen. Our hand is not super amazing. We do at least have the Scoop Up Net for the Yamper, so we can potentially get some attacks off that way, but we are likely to be knocked out this turn, which would be a little concerning. At least we've got the ball guy, we can grab ourselves Oricorio and get out of this awkward hand. That would be brilliant. So throwing down a Zigzagoon, and they're looking for how many? 100 damage, so they're probably onto it here. 120, they'll be able to take that knockout. Interesting that they would put the ping onto the active. Maybe they just didn't know that they were able to get the KO there. And we've found a level ball, which is good and bad. It's like, it's not great, but it's acceptable. We're going to grab a Cherish Ball, a Great Ball, and a... Let's grab a Poké Ball instead, because we can get those back with Yamper. The Cherish Ball, we will grab a Oricorio, because we need that to draw cards. We had a Pokemon knocked out, so we can use it. I'm going to Dance of Tribute. Depending on what we get, we could just get a Mr. Rime, which would be fantastic. We don't. We can play down the Swell, which is cool. Alright, so let's Great Ball. We're looking for Mr. Rime, please. Thank you very much. We've got that, plus we've got a Scoop Up Net. So we can scoop up the Yamper, we can attach the energy to the active, and we can take a couple of these balls out of the discard pile to get an attack off, an attack of some description. So that's good. We're going to be discarding 4 balls here. And to be honest, I think we just discard... I think that's 170. I think that's a half hit. 4, 8, 12, 16, plus 10, 170. So we're halfway to knocking out this Eternatus. Plus our hand is pretty much the best 2 cards we could have asked for. We've got Professor's Research, we've got a Twin Energy. So regardless of what happens here, we are still going to be able to draw cards. Worst case scenario, they knock our Oricorio out. Best case scenario, they knock our Mr. Rime out. They should be able to take a knockout at some point. If they can't get a Gust, they'll knock out the Rime. But if they Gust and knock out the Oricorio, then that would be quite awkward for us. There is the boss, so it looks like they will get that KO. Excuse me, sir. That must have been a misclick, surely. I mean, we're gonna take advantage of it, but that is a ridiculous misclick. Let's attach the energy, and then we can play Professor's Research. We're gonna draw 7 cards plus Oricorio here. We should be able to get what we need. We should be able to get what we need. So we've got 3 balls in hand. We've got a Mr. Rime. We've got a Mr. Mime. And we've got a Yamper. So we can... I think we can get this knockout here, can't we? We've got 4. And we can hold on to a ball as well, actually. So that's really good. We probably bench the other Mr. Rime. Mr. Mime, sorry. We've got exactly half health to deal. I'm just trying to decide. If we bench this Mr. Mime, which I'm going to do, but we just leave ourselves in an awkward spot where we could potentially find ourselves missing, like, Dedennes or things like that. There's 4. We're going to discard 4, take the knockout, and now a Gust will potentially win us the game, especially if they don't manage to get a knockout on our Oricorio. Struggled there for a second. Couple of ball guy in the prizes, which means we weren't able to use them early. If our hand stays the same, which it obviously won't, because they'll Marnie us and look a fool. I've given up pretending at this point that when I say that it's not going to happen. So we will get Marnied, and if we don't get Marnied, we'll get Reset Stamp, but it'll be fine because I'm going to use my content creator powers and we're going to draw out of it, and it's not going to be a problem. As long as they don't, there's the money. There it is. Okay, so we're going to draw out of it. As long as they don't knock out the Oricorio, they shouldn't be able to because they've already used the Marnie. If they choose to attack into the Rime here, then we are having a good time. Good time for Mr. Rime. Alright, so we've got the Mr. Rime on the bench, backed up. We can attach an energy to it. And then we can either quick ball for something in Marnie, or we'll see how we go. We're going to be in an interesting spot here. We may, depending on how our Oricorio draws go, we could win the game. Because we need to knock out something on the bench. We've got some 180 HP Crobats. So depending on how lucky we get, we may be able to take that knockout. because we've got plenty of options. We need 5 balls and a gust to do that though, so it could be awkward. We have the energy, which is fantabulous. Let's quick ball. We're gonna get rid of the Marnie here. I'm just gonna grab the Dedenne. I think we're gonna try and hit this boss. So we can try our very best. If we Dedenne here, we're gonna draw 6 cards plus 3 from the Oricorio. We currently have 0 of the cards we need, so it is impossible for us to one-shot a Crobat. That's unfortunate. And I'm just realizing now we are actually almost out of resources to get more balls, which is kind of awkward. We do have another Mr. Rime, which is good. We have a level ball in hand. We have a ball guy, so we can grab a couple of balls from the deck. So we've at least got some ways to go. But yeah, we're out of Scoop Up Nets, we're out of Great and Pokeballs, we're almost out of Quick Balls, we're almost out of Level Balls. This is going to be an awkward one. We will play down the Yamper here, and we're going to hit into this dude. We're going to hit him, and we're going to hit him for all of the damage that we can, because there's no point hanging onto our stuff anymore, I don't think. We can just throw it into the bin. Maybe could have held a Quick Ball, actually, because our opponent needs 3 prizes to win. If they knock out an Oricorio or a Crobat or a Dedenne, then we can ordinary rod it back in and quick ball for it to try and draw more cards, but that's okay. Ultimately, we have no more Scoop Up Nets. We have no more attackers, really, that we need to find. We just need to attack into this Eternatus, and we need to do it for 3 balls. I think that's the key. 3 balls knocks this E-turn out. At present, we're not doing it. We can't scoop up the Yamper. We're actually going to need... There's the reset stamp, okay? We're actually going to need our opponent to knock out one of our Pokemon, and we need to draw well off of the reset stamp. That, oh my... That's kind of... That's good. It's really good. We got the research, but it's kind of bad. Because the Quick Ball, we could use for damage. But we'll need to discard it. I mean, we could hold on to it. We could hold it and, like, see if everything goes really, really well. Like, maybe we could steal this one, like if we top deck a boss or something. We're going to knock out the Rime. We can go into our Rime, and then... They're not going to knock out the Rime, okay. They're just going to Power Accelerator, right. Well, I mean, they've not done anything, and we found the boss off of the top deck. Oh my word. We're just going to pass. We don't have anything, sir. Our hand is dead. All we need is for our opponent to knock out the Mr. Rime. Then we can gust up our friend Eternatus and knock it out. Okay, now the situation's changed again. I was going to draw those cards, but now I guess we're going to have to research. It's very uncomfortable. But we do at least have... another Yamper in the deck, so that's fine. Oh, that Quick Ball's really bad. Do I have enough balls in here? Now we need to find out. Do I have enough balls at all? I've got 1 Level Ball and Yamper. So, okay. So I need to hit the Level Ball. And I need to hit a Yamper and an Energy. Yamper? Level Ball! Energy! Okay. We get it. We got the knockout. How about that? That is something that I didn't expect to happen there. When we top-decked that last Quick Ball, I was like, this is now going to make this game a little bit difficult to win, but we didn't regardless. Eternatus, beaten by the Ball Juggler. You would never have expected it. And we get to wait until our opponent gets rid of their bench, because that's apparently something that's relevant. Victory! So one more game, as per the rules of the OG 150 challenge, and this is an OG 150 challenge game. It's got Mr. Mime in it. Thank you very much. What are we doing here? Pokeball, I reckon. Let's get another heads on that. Thank you very much. Mr. Mime, I think. Seems fine. We can attach... Actually, no, we should probably attach to the benched Mr. Mime. What we'll do is we'll put the U-turn board on the active, and then I think we can probably just leave it at that. Yeah. This seems like a decent start. We've got the 2 Mimes. We're pretty set. We're pretty ready to go, and we're playing up against a Cramorant deck, which means well, a Reshizard deck, which means that we're likely to see Fire-type Pokemon. Welder is the #1 way that Cramorant gets its energy. It was either that or Porygon Z, which would have been very interesting. A Fire-type deck looks pretty good to me. I don't know about you, but in the bottom left-hand corner of Reshizard, there's a little water symbol that means that I can hit it for weakness, which I like. I'm very excited about that. Hopefully, we get what we need off of our top deck plus Quick Ball plus Pokeball. I'm thinking we probably go for Dedenne here. We can attach to the active. Then, are they going for like a Double Blaze? Is that what they're going to do? They're going to knock my Mr. Mime out with a Double Blaze? Are you serious? Okay, well, hopefully that doesn't happen, because if it does, we're going to be out of pocket of Mr. Mime, which I don't like. But then again, it's not about what I like, is it? What you like is this video, though. You should go down into the description and like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member, support they are going to Double Blaze me. Support the channel monetarily if you dare. The more people that become members, the more I feel comfortable doing this as a job. It should be great. They have Double Blazed me. Right. So, oh, that research. Oh. Sometimes you just get it. Alright, let's play these cards. We get another heads with the Pokeball. We can grab a Mr. Rime. I like that quite a lot. Throw that into the active. Now, we're going to Quick Ball here. We either grab a Mr. Mime or an Oricorio. I like guaranteeing the Oricorio so that we definitely have it. Obviously, if we got another Mime, we could have attached the energy. But you know what? I would rather find the damage to knock this Reshi out. And it looks like we've done it. Let's Dance of Tribute just to see if we can get a little bit more here. We found another Mr. Rime and a Yamper. But I do need to find another Mr. Mime. So let's see here. There's Ball Search can find Great Ball and Pokeball. So we've got 2 of those. Let's play a Great Ball. Hopefully we get a Mr. Mime here. We don't. I guess we just get another Yamper. That seems fine. Because we can just keep cycling those as we need them. I'm going to Quick Ball. I think we'll get rid of the boss and grab the Mr. Mime. Could have Level Balled there, but don't question what I'm doing. When you start questioning it, it becomes really difficult for me to justify. We're going to grab the Pokeball and the Great Ball, and we should be okay here. Like, 4 should be enough. In fact, I think 4's the amount. Because 3, we've got 4, 8, 12, 16 is going to need to be the number. 170 times 2 is 340. We knock out the Reshizard. We wouldn't have been able to do it with just 3, so we did need all of those. We've got another Level Ball. Out of the prizes, another Level Ball. Fantastic. Alright, so, yeah, in fact, with our next hand, we could have if we find an energy, we could get a very, very big knockout here. I would expect that our Mr. Rime gets knocked out, which means that we can have some more Oricorio business. We will see. It just depends what they attack with. If they attack with Cramorant, that's a bit of a waste. They could attack with Double. That's a good choice, because it's got the soft wool ability. So they'll probably weld it. They're going to weld it onto the Victini. Oh, that will do it as well. 3-6, and then the Twin Energy on the Mr. Rime means that there'll be a knockout. So that's a pretty good choice. Although I will say it is concerning because they could have used the Double. They could have really punished my discard of the boss there. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess we could say. They are going to attach to the Double, and you know what? Fair enough. They're going to get the knockout too. There's the Energy Burst. So we're hoping for a top deck of the energy. Otherwise, we're just going to, like, Marnie or something. Top deck the energy. How about that? Okay. We'll put the U-Turn Board on the active because that's going to get knocked out. Let's play the Level Ball because we do need another Mr. Mime. That's going to need to be in play. But I think from here, I think we actually have all that we need to get the knockout. We can play Ball Guy. We'll grab... let's grab... I think the most valuable ones are Great Ball. We'll grab Pokeball and Quick Ball because we can get those back with our Yamper. We have one in our hand and we've got a Scoop Up Net as well. We'll also Dance of Tribute and see what we can find. Another couple of balls, which is great. We need to attack into this Victini for a substantial amount of damage, I think. How much do we need? It's got 190 plus the... Let's grab the Pokeball and the Great Ball back. 190 plus 50 is 240. So we're going to need... Oh my god, maths is hard. I think it's 4. I think it's 4 again. Actually, no, it's 3. It's 3, right? 3 is 260. Yeah, so we'll do 3. I'll do the Great Ball and 2 Pokeballs as well. And that leaves us in a hand with 4. We've got 4 balls and a ball guy. And we've just found another Pokeball. So what we need is an energy. I mean, watch us get stamped to 1 here. That would be uncomfortable, to say the very least. But we should be alright. Like, I mean, we should be okay. They've passed. We are going to be alright. I mean, that sucks because we don't get to draw extra cards, but I mean, we can just do all sorts here. Look at this. We can just grab 3 with Ball Guy. How many is that we've got in our hand? Like 9? Let's get some more. Let's see. I don't actually know what the maths is on double ball, so I'm just gonna get as many back as I can, so that I know that we're gonna be set. We'll use the Yamper again, just to get the 1 Pokeball back, and then we will Ball Juggling, and we'll just discard everything that we have in our hand, and just do an absolutely exorbitant amount of damage. 420, and the damage was decreased. That's a pretty good effort from Mr. Rime there. Well done. So there we go, we continue to cruise through the OG 150 challenge. Mr. Mime is ticked off the list. We've got plenty more to do, so if you do want to see the rest of them, then please subscribe, or if you enjoy the channel, then maybe you would consider becoming a member, or these people over there. I always point in the wrong direction. I don't know why it is that I go this way, but I go that way. If you're a member, then you get a whole bunch of perks. They're all listed in the membership thing, so click down below. If you're on the mobile, there is a link in the description that you can click on. Thanks to Dadbot, Azazel, Taco for your continued expensive support. Fernando, Yolo, Stephen Ty, Agent Abel, Austin, Josiah, Andy, Exonics, Robsy, and Caster PD. Appreciate the raw Sableyes, as well as all the other mega ones in white over here in the 2 columns. Niels gets his own little spot just up there, because I haven't figured out how to space them correctly yet. Thank you, everyone. I'll catch you next time for more from the Sableyes.